all reached in life where you have more years behind you than ahead of you, where the sand is falling in your hourglass and you need to make every moment count, we have to have the strategies in play. Number one, the most important attribute that we can demonstrate in interfacing and interacting with others is honor. Honor. You know, honor is an incredible thing. Actually, if we look back at one of the first instances recorded discussing honor, it was in the Ten Commandments, where the Bible basically says, honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long upon the earth and all will go well with you. You know what's interesting? I had an epiphany this week just thinking about the concept of honor and how important it is. It's so important. It doesn't mean that you honor a person because they have earned it or deserved it. You honor a person because it's the right thing to do. So we're going to just unpack this really quickly because I'm certain there are many people that are sitting here and just at the thought of honoring our parents, sometimes I find we can be a little judgmental, looking back at how things may have been when we were children and how we feel things should have been different and things could have been done differently. But in reality, I truly believe that the majority of people are actually doing the best that they can do under the circumstances that they are experiencing. And so we're going to, especially in this period of transformation, where we are over the course of 365 days, we're actually becoming better people. And one of the critical ingredients to becoming better is learning how to win friends and influence people, as we've read about in Dale Carnegie's book. But more importantly, how do we extend grace and mercy to people? Sometimes we extend grace and mercy even when people don't understand what we're doing. But in doing the right thing, honor is critical. So let's unpack it really, really quick. Honor. So I had an opportunity to be privileged to grow up in a home, a single parented home, and I was under the care of my mom. And I also have a dad who's a great guy as well. And you know what's interesting? We can all look back in history and we can identify, especially because hindsight is 2020, we can look back and we can actually look at things that may have been done or things that may have been said, and maybe we didn't agree with the way that they were done or said. And it's easy to look backward and almost like Sunday. No, I'm sorry, Monday morning quarterbacking, where you go back and you start thinking about the moves that could have been made, the plays that should have been run. But in reality, that's not the way that it happened. I would challenge each person that as we're thinking about our parents, although they may not have been perfect, we do know one thing for sure. Without them, we wouldn't be here. What a thought. What a novel idea. That without parents, no one actually arrives on the planet. You don't get here to planet Earth without parents. Two of them, a mother and a father. You need an egg and a sperm. Two things. It takes the both of them to actually make the child. And what's interesting, what if our moms and dads had not come together? What if that encounter had never happened? What if that occurrence, what if those two items had never met? Where would you be? You wouldn't be here. And if that's the case, for that alone, I think we should offer honor. In addition to that, do you know what's interesting? When you learn better and you learn more, you can do better and you can be more. But the majority of people are operating with the tools that they've been given in their toolbox. Now, of course, there are some people that have been given a lot and they don't use what they've been given. But as a general rule, the majority of people on the planet, especially in our country, are literally doing the best they can with what they have. I was thinking about my journey, not just to where I am now, because I truly believe that my life is a reflection of the point in the experiment of life that I'm at. Meaning, literally 6 generations ago, there were slaves that carried my genes, that actually carried the chromosomes that would one day lead to me, slaves. But yet 6 generations later, I'm able to honestly say that I believe we are in one of the greatest countries possible, to literally be in the United States and to benefit from access to the American dream. There is nothing like it. I believe we're living in one of the greatest moments in history. But with that also being said, it would be easy to look back and say, but my dad and my mom, they split. So I can feel this kind of way, or I can have a little, um, I'm not so happy about it type of feeling. But in reality, are we actually being fair to our parents? Some of us would say, "Well, my mom and dad only got together, it was a one night stand," or we say, "My mom and dad, they didn't even know each other, and it was an accidental encounter, and then I came. I was really a mistake." Well, I would submit to you that if you're on the planet, you are not and were not a mistake, regardless of what anyone may have said, including a parent. The fact of the matter is you were meant to be here on planet Earth at exactly this moment in time. And I believe there's something inside of you that's been placed there that is supposed to contribute something to all the rest of society. And really the height of achievement is being able to identify it and uncover it. But if we are unable to honor, as a beginning point, our mother and father, then we're in a very dangerous place. Now, with the honor, I believe it's going to require grace and mercy, meaning our parents were not perfect. So that's another novel idea. So if they were not perfect, we could also say we're not perfect. Therefore, the exact same grace and mercy that we have to extend to them as they were trying to figure life out, I believe that is exactly the grace and mercy that we expect our children to extend to us, because we also were trying to figure it out. But watch this. Honor is also a safety mechanism. I actually took time, as I usually do, to write down some thoughts regarding honor, and I just want you to imagine this. Honor, the ability to show honor, it demonstrates wisdom. Why is this important? Let's say you're in the dating scene. Let's say you're getting ready to marry. Let's say you're going to look for a job. Let's say you're looking or interviewing partners to join with you in business. When they hear the way that you speak about your parents, that tells them a lot about you. And this is why we have to nail this. This is one of those landings that cannot be haphazard. We've got to get this. Honor demonstrates wisdom. Honor demonstrates stability. It lets a person know that you are a solid individual because you honor your mother and your father. Honor um, demonstrates an interconnectedness, that you're not just alone on earth, subject to this or that, but you are actually connected. Honor demonstrates strength. Your willingness to honor demonstrates that you are strong. Honor demonstrates trustworthiness. When a person listens to you honor those that actually created you, it lets them know, I can trust this person. I'm safe with them. Honor demonstrates honesty, that this person that's able to show honor is actually a person that I can trust. Um, uh, Honor demonstrates humility, that I didn't get here on my own. There are actually people to whom I owe honor. Without those people, I could not be here. Honor demonstrates empathy. It's a demonstration that you have a heart, that you have compassion. And it shows the onlooker that this person that is demonstrating honor of their parents is reliable. It demonstrates reliability, honor. It shows that you're well grounded, that you are well trained, that you are well cultured, and that you are well worth it. Honor, something so small as speaking well of those that brought you to the planet, it actually will benefit you in ways that we can't even imagine. One of the thoughts that came to me, now, mind you, LaDonna and I have been married for 31 years, happily married for 31 years. She is truly my best friend. And I am so thankful and so grateful that I married her. And one of the things that I love about my wife is that she has always honored her mother and her father. And when this concept hit me just a few days ago, I said to her, I said, "Babe, do you know what's interesting? Because of the honor that you've shown to your mother and your father, what you may not have realized, it actually provided you with protection." She said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, because you had such respect for your mother and your father, there could be no way, there was no room for me to let you down, to fail you, because I would not want to lose their respect when you hold them in such high respect and high regard." So I would describe honor and the concept of honoring your parents as bumper guards in life. So think about this. Let's say you're not even married yet. Let's say you're in the dating scene and you're or some I've got sons, they would call it you're in the interviewing phase, right? But let's say you're there, the person that you are interviewing for future matrimony, to possibly be your wife, to possibly be your husband, if you are a young lady listening to this, when they hear that you honor your parents, it calls them into alignment. It's like having bumper guards in your life and in your relationship. Bumper guards. I want you to think about bowling for a moment. I'm sure there are people that are listening in right now that are not great bowlers. And if you're not a great bowler, we know what a gutter ball feels like, especially if you're in a large group and it's your turn, you've been waiting, and they finally say, "Okay, it's your turn." And you walk up and then you grab the ball, you roll it down the lane, and boom, right into the gutter. You know what's funny about those moments? That's a fail, Fail, a fail. When you have that, it's not a good thing. In a relationship where you have demonstrated honor to your parents, it actually puts up bumper guards and it reduces the risk or the likelihood of failure, because the bumper guards are going to keep the relationship in order and in good alignment. I would submit to you that the concept of honor is a critical and yet lost art. The majority of us have been told by common culture that honor is a demonstration of weakness, when in reality, honor is a demonstration of strength. I want you to just imagine for a moment the concept that is biblically based and sound, that says honor your mother and your father, is actually one of the precursors to teaching the concept that Dale Carnegie wrote about in How to Win Friends and Influence People. Because what honor does, it causes you to recognize elders, those that have come before you. So these could be elders in the faith, It teaches you. Honor allows you to engage them with a degree of respect because honor demonstrates or it proves that you have respect. It opens the door for you to find favor with elders in business. So because you've practiced the concept of honor, you're then able to transfer it to all the different areas of your life. So LaDonna and I have been extremely successful in business. And one of the reasons that we have been able to achieve such success is because we were able to connect with people that were far more successful than us and then to demonstrate honor to those people. And what honor does when a person experiences your honor, your genuine and sincere recognition of who a person is and a humble appreciation for what they've been able to do and or accomplish, it opens their heart to you. It's like you're giving them a gift. Honor is a gift that you bestow upon someone. Honor cannot be forced, it can't be contrived, it can't be feigned or faked. Honor, genuine honor, it literally touches the heart of the person that you honor. And once their heart is open, that's where the treasures lie. That's when people, as the Bible says, will open before you the two-leaved gates, and they will break apart the gates of brass and iron. Literally, they let you in. Honor will open doors that money cannot. Honor. Honor identifying elders in your workplace, the people that have come before you that figured this job out, that understand the rights and wrongs, the best practices. It'll gain you extraordinary favor, honor in the workplace, honoring your elders in government, recognizing that there are people in government that have been placed in positions of authority over us, that are in place to lead us. If we can demonstrate honor, you never know what doors may open. And elders in society. We all have elders in society. Oftentimes, I see people that are far older than me, even though, as I realize that for me to get another 40 years out of this situation would be absolutely amazing. But there are people that are significantly older than me. And what I do, I offer them honor. And do you know why? Because I'm able to honor. Do you know how? Because I've practiced honor. Do you know the technique that enabled me to do that? Or the tools that enabled me to honor? Grace and mercy. My mom and dad were actually 19 years old when they married. 19. I'm so thankful that they made that decision. The marriage, yes, it did not work out. However, I was born, and I'll tell you something. I'm thankful and I'm grateful. I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful, and I honor them. And without them, where in the world would I be? Hmm, that's a thought. But I'll tell you something. I believe that if we can get this one concept and master it, honor, we can actually achieve the impossible. I believe in you. You are on a journey of extraordinary transformation. Some of us got this concept when we were a lot younger, and some of us, as we're in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, some 70s and 80s, we're getting it now. It's never too late to put up your bumper guards, to begin to honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long on earth and all will go well with you. So excited you joined me. I want to just take a moment to thank Care Michigan. That's our host and sponsor. Care Michigan is a Michigan based medical case management and care coordination company in the city of Troy. If you or anyone you know has been severely injured in a motor vehicle accident and you still need help, please reach out to Care Michigan and let them know that you heard about them on the No Time to Waste podcast. Until our next episode, and we've got a great one coming up. I look forward to seeing you then. So now seize the day and make certain to liberally distribute honor. Make it a great one.